Okay, I saw your message that you sent on your difficulty in processing return items. Okay, let's run through it quickly. If peradventure I have made a sale, AMLO DP, or let me pick the 10 milligram for instance, increase the quantity. Now we have 6,350 and the sales is processed. I want us to have a sale record there that we can play with. Alright, the sale is processed. Now let's look at it. There are two ways we can handle this. If I look at the sales history here, the sale is here. Also, let me look at the report, and I say sales and go to detail. If I say let me look at today's sales and I refresh, it's here, right? So I can expand it and see that is Abidec and Amlodipine, right? Now we know that this sale is reading 6,350. Now there are two ways. If these entire items are being returned, for instance, if this receipt number is returned, everything inside the receipt is returned, and two, if it happened on the same day, then I will advise that the manager now will look at the issue differently. You can click on it and reverse it. Let me try it and show you so that you know that there is a difference. If I reverse this now, now that sale, it will in the status, it will now record it as reversed. Now for us to be very certain, let's check that report again. Now this is today. It will not even show at all on your sales report because you reversed it, right? It's on the condition that it happened on the same day. The return came on the same day. If the return came the following day, you cannot do that, because if you do this, you affect the cash balance. So let's process another sale so that we can make it happen on different days. Okay, let's say this is Uncle Jenny support. So 2 items were bought, it's been processed and saved, right? So now that it's been saved, the sales history is showing it as regular sales. Now you could see that the difference in the reverse and reversing, the original one that was reversed is still there, the reversing is also here. Then this is the new one I just processed now. If I click on it and say show details, of course it will show the detail, right? I close it. If there is a return, either one or the whole thing is returned, now you click on it and say accept return, right? It will display here. If one is if I click on this return, it will say 2 of them because the receipt is 2. But I can say okay, it's 1 that is returned, right? And I add selected items. You are going to see it's about to process a return, and it's going to minus it from the stock value. That's why it's a minus and it's in red. So I save only. There's no need to print. If you like, you can print it to keep it for record. But if I save, okay, that thing has been returned in the system. Let's look at the sales, the report. Now if I look at the report now, of today, you are saying you are going to see that these items were sold, but there was a return of one. So you see 6,000 came in, but we are leaving here with 3,000, and the 3,000 is the balance. Hmm? That is how it records it. If you look at your payments, for instance, now, which show us a summary of all our payments and our, you see that your cash as of today, your cash is 3,000. So if it happened on a different day, it doesn't matter. If you are returning it, if you are to return it on that very day, it will not affect the cash of the salesperson. Now, another issue can arise. Let me make a sale here of, say, um let me sort this thing here by, okay, let me see. This is a drug, allopurinol 100 mg, right? Now probably this is what someone has bought. Let's assume it like that. I save it. Now the guy comes and says, this drug that I bought here is not the exact drug that I want. I want to exchange it. Okay, now you still use accept return here. When you click on it, it puts it here. You click on your return. It's only one item. You add to the selected. It's about to remove it. Here now you can process what he's exchanging it for. Right? Let's assume that he take Astamin tonic. Astamin tonic is selling for 17. The system will tell you that the guy has to balance us with 200 naira. If he sells it for something less, peradventure, something less, then you are the one that will do the balancing. For instance, if it's atidine, loratadine here, then the system is still saying you have to give that guy 670. Right? You see, these two are in red. That means it's allowing you to process it. But you are the one that will now balance it, because it's going to remove uh, this 670 from your cash balance. Now, I have not saved this. I'm going to cancel it. I want to demonstrate something to you. I'm discarding. Right? Now, if I check home, please. If I check the report is saying R45 because the earlier 3,000 and now the 15 that came in. Right? You understand how this 45 came. But our cash now is 45. But this is the one we are concerned about. Good. So we have cash of 45, which is demonstrated in the payment report, or this summary of 45. Okay, let's go and do that return again. We'll go through sales history and we'll say accept return, and we return this guy, add it to our item. Now we are exchanging for something different. That was 15, right? So if I click here now, 340 is what I'm going to refund. Okay, our cash balance was 45. 45 minus 340. So after we process this transaction now, our cash balance is expected to be 4,160 naira. Okay, so let's go ahead and say we save, because we are the one to give them 340 naira, and it says the change of cash is 340. So you don't do any mental calculation by yourself. Now it's done. I'm going to the report now to check the payment. Now you could see from the payment, you see 4,160 is the cash balance. So this guy is keeping the account of the cash for us. Even the accountant who collects the cash, whenever he runs his end of the day procedure, and we say, okay, run end of the day for today, and I say z out, okay. Now you could see that the cash balance that he's expecting net is 4160, and all the records have been kept. This is the record that should be printed out by James every blessed day. Now paid out is 3,340. You remember the one we did first? You remember that we returned the 1.5 and did an exchange, and there is another one we returned earlier. So the whole total sales that came in, this is it, and the cash is this. So of course we are looking at this small sheet of paper that is being printed out summarizes all the sales. 8,660 came in. We had to return, unfortunately, 4,500, and this is the net balance. This does not interfere with the credit card sales. Of course, when they make credit card sales, for instance, they are supposed to click on credit card and process it as credit card, right? And save. Now, if I go back to that report now, point of sales, end procedure, and I say run this report for me for today, now you see that it's a little bit different, and it's now keeping, there's a credit card, one credit card, this is the amount that is on it, and that credit card is MasterCard. The whole record will be on this tiny sheet you are looking at, and everything is summarized. The credit card, this is what was paid in, nothing was paid out, this is the balance, and it's a MasterCard, is summarized too. Why the cash is summarized here too. This is what the salesperson will submit to the accountant. I believe with this explanation you are able to get this thing clearly, and I hope there will not be problems from now henceforth. Thank you and stay safe. Bye bye.